making their way through the tri-oval. The Coca-Cola Firecracker 250's underway. The double zero of Cole Custer right on the back bumper. But you cannot push. You cannot lock bumpers. You can bump, but you cannot lock the bumpers. And so we see Cole Custer working already, trying to help out that 18 of Ryan Preece. And now Cole Custer dives to the outside, trying to take the lead away.
Hoping for some help from Blaney in that 22 car from behind. Doesn't quite clear Preece.
3 wide already. Tyler Reddick in the 9 moved up high. Coming through the tri-oval at full speed now. We'll see how they do. A lot of drivers say that this is the most difficult place on the track when you're 3 wide.
Yeah, that tri-oval gets very tough, flattens out on the bottom of the racetrack. Cars do not handle well at all through that part of the racetrack.
Side by side still for the lead. Cole Custer on the outside. Ryan Preece on the inside.
A lot of room being given right now between the cars. You don't see a lot of aggressive side drafting. As this race evolves, you're going to see that double zero just pull up on the 18 as the double zero gets the lead and then takes the bottom, Parker.
And guys, I'm not surprised to see him be so aggressive to get the lead. His crew chief came across radio right before the race started and said, be aggressive, stay up front, and if you fall back at all, we need to get back to the front as fast as possible. You saw him take the lead from Ryan Preece really early in this run.
Little bump drafting early. Got Cole Custer the momentum with the help of Ryan Preece. Coming up on 1 to go in stage 1, Kyle Larson. Can he stay out in front? Will somebody get a run, a push, a bump that will send them up to contend for this win in this stage?
Currently, there's such a gap between all the cars. I don't see that can happen. To get something happening, you've got to at some point get close to a guy so you can hit him, propel him to the front. Right now, there's a gap between every car, Junior. I just don't see where a run's coming from.
One of Elliott Sadler was closing the gap on that 23 of Chase Elliott down the backstretch for the final time in stage 1. Kyle Larson's going to hug that double yellow line. You can't go below it at any time to advance your position. As they come out of 4 and into the tri-oval. Slow car in front of him, but Kyle Larson easily takes stage 1.
Larson right now, he's hardly looking out of the front windshield. It's all in the mirror. Every now and then, just to understand where you are, but it's rear mirror, it's A-post mirror. Try to see the inside line, try to see the outside line. He saw the 23, starting to make a little run, so now he's going to go to the bottom. Now he's looking in the mirror again. He sees the 22 trying to make a run, nothing going, stays in the bottom. Spotter's talking to him, saying no run from the outside, so he just continues to block the bottom. Now he goes to the top, and the line started to come.
Coming up on 1 to go in this stage. Once again, Kyle Larson out front. Chase Elliott leading the bottom line. Ryan Blaney on the outside line. Blaney with a run. Kyle Larson immediately blocking. Then Elliott. Chase Elliott tries to make the run on the bottom. Larson goes down there. Now back up to the top with Blaney. Ryan Blaney, the Pied Piper here at Daytona. Everyone following. Blaney back to the double yellow line. Coming out of 4 for the final time in stage 2. Moving around, the 19 goes sideways. Larson stays up front and will win stage 2. Blaney trying to take the lead back. But you saw the 1. Elliott Sadler trying to do the side drafting once again to take the air and put it on that spoiler of the 22 to slow him down. But now that inside line forming up solid again. They're side by side for the lead. That time the gap between 1 and 2, 18 one-thousandths of a second.
Elliott Sadler, big run right there. You saw what he did.
Oh, around goes the 60. Austin Cindric wrecking in front of the crowd. Daniel Hemrick's caught up. Tyler Reddick, Cindric, barrel rolls.
See when you're done, Tomlin.
lands back on his wheels.
Okay, Matt Tiff trying to make a lot happen.
Joey Gase in the 35, sitting right up against the 60 now. February winner, Tyler Reddick, a lot of damage to that car. Matt Tiff also involved. Great sign here. Austin Cindric climbing out of the 60.
Such a promising night. Was doing a great job. This place will break your heart. Think you'll have a shot to win this race, and then you find yourself flipping through the corner. That's Daytona. So you see right here, you enter the corner. It's up the racetrack a little bit. Matt Tiff's going to try to drive in there to get to his inside, and they just got together. 60 of Austin Cindric just wasn't on the very bottom of the racetrack. Open up a little bit of hole that Matt Tiff you thought was there, and then you can see right here the contact with Reddick. Started Cindric's flipping. That's very unusual to see a car flip that late after initial impact. So here we go above.
Well, Jeff, you knew it was just a matter of time. It was trying to get really bunched up too wide, and Matt Tiff thought it's under 20 to go. He had to make a lane. You see that tumble, as you mentioned, really rough for the 60 car, but basically Matt Tiff thought it was time to try to make it 3 wide, and we've seen that before, Dale, out of the tri-oval. If that inside road doesn't protect the double yellow line, that's a place that people get runs, but that was late into the corner for Matt Tiff to look underneath the 60.
Yeah, that is a late move, and it's difficult to be able to, for the spotter to give that information to the 60 that he's got a car underneath him.
Interesting, you see right there, the 22 got on the outside of the 3 car of Lee. Now the 42, he responded by pulling up in front of Blaney, trying to get a draft. Christopher Bell did the same thing. Everybody's mirror driving big time right now.
A couple of names you don't normally see up front. Shane Lee in the 3 and the 4 of Ross Chastain. Those two guys mixing it up.
Oh,
very close there for Kyle Larson, cutting right across the nose of Ryan Blaney, and now he moves up to second in front of Christopher Bell.
And that block actually propelled the 42 to second. Now he's got a big run on Elliott Sadler.
He tries to make the move on the outside. Here comes Blaney on the high side. 3 wide now for the lead.
And now it's a matter of who's going to get the help. You see the 7 car of Allgaier going to try to help the 42. Now Blaney's on the outside, 3 wide. Elliott Sadler moved up the track.
And Larson able to use the side drafting to get by Elliott Sadler. Now Larson in command.
But
3 wide back there for third.
Second place, Elliott Sadler, single file. Dale, that has to help him. Now he has room to move around, make a move on the 42.
He just got to get in front of the line that's going to create the energy to give him the shove to make a move on the 42, get on the 42's quarter panel. Here it comes from the outside. The 24 and the 7 tied up together. Here comes the energy. Get in front of that, Elliott. Take that energy. Make a move here.
He tries. He goes down low. He looks to the inside of the 42. Big run still by the 7. Allgaier trying to keep it up.
Allgaier didn't go with him, and now they're battling for second. That was an opportunity for Elliott, but his teammate went against that move, didn't trust it.
Oh, and Shane Lee in that 3 car, he had trouble with the handling of the car. The 16 was in the back of him. Now there's no one with Elliott Sadler.
We got a crash. We got a crash in the travel here.
And behind them, they're wrecking. Ryan Reed involved. Ryan Sieg as well in the 39. And so the caution will come out again.
Well, here's where it all started. Cole Custer 3 wide on the outside. Really nobody in front of him. You see, they're 4 wide. 16 going backwards. 93 got into the back of the 00. Not sure of that energy of the 16 car. He was having some kind of trouble when he was going back, and I don't know if that contributed to them getting 4 wide, and then eventually you run out of room. So Cole Custer on top of his car. You can see right there, things get really tight. He's got to stay in the gas. Contact from the back, and round he goes.
There you see it. Hard impact for the 90 car in the outside wall.
We are in overtime. Little help there by Elliott Sadler. Behind Kyle Larson. Here comes Justin Allgaier. Allgaier in the 7s, getting a little help from Haley. And Haley is helping the 7 almost get the nose in front of the 42 of Kyle Larson. Now he's trying to do a little side drafting, but the 1 of Elliott all over the back bumper, the 42, keeping Larson going up front. They need to make it all the way back to the white flag. Through 3 and 4.
Now the second lane, who can get free? If they stay double wide, Larson's safe. If one of the lanes can get clear, then there's going to be a run coming for Larson.
Larson now working on blocking. One more time around. Big run out of Haley as he gets up to the back bumper of the 7.
Runs coming from both lanes. The inside's on the inside of Larson now.
Elliott Sadler. Now, can he clear the 42? Sadler up front.
He didn't clear him.
By inches, he didn't clear him. Now he's got to side draft him. Get to that left rear quarter panel. Pull him back to you. Hope the 22 gets to you and push you in front of the 42.
Side by side down the backstretch.
What matters now is what line's going to get the help from behind. What's Blaney going to do here? There's going to be a huge push from the top.
Side draft once again. Larson, Elliott Sadler, side by side, coming into the tri-oval. They bump. 3 wide. The big move on the inside. A huge win for Haley.
Wow.
Where did that run come from?
That was a veteran move.
They got side by side for the lead. They got slow. Haley got a big push, made it 3 wide.
Just took him to school.
He did. Man, I mean, it's like he knew that was coming.
The 2 racing for what they thought were going to be the win, moved up the racetrack and opened the door. Now, did they go below the double yellow line? Did the 24 go down there? If he did, it's not a legal pass.
So remember what the rule is. You cannot go below the yellow line to advance your position, but if you get pushed below the yellow line, well, here he is. There's clearly room there. That's going to be a tough call for NASCAR.
It's going to be a very tough call.
The thing is, there was room between the 1 and the yellow line. Like, it didn't really, I don't think it helped him, Junior. Do you?
No.
I mean, I think there was room, so he could have been right against the 1 and not been below the yellow line. So, I don't know. Tough call for NASCAR.
It is a tough call. I really think that's your natural reaction as a driver to make that move, because he thought that the 1 car was coming down. So he's not looking at the line. It's a natural reaction.
Well, NASCAR's made the call. They said the 24 went below the yellow line to advance his position. Winner, Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson ends up winning. As you see, Haley was trying to celebrate, thinking it was his. The team was coming out there, but the rule is very clear. You cannot go below the double yellow line to advance your position. We saw the left side tires get below the double yellow line. Kyle Larson out-duels Elliott Sadler for the win.
I don't know. I can't really remember how. I think I went to block the 7 maybe, and the 1 got to my inside, and then I thought the 24 could give me a big push down the back, and then I'd seen him go way up top in 3 and 4, and I thought I was kind of screwed to the run or to the finish line, and then he had a massive run coming and turned left and did all he could to win, but just barely clipped the yellow line there. So I honestly didn't even think I had a shot at winning that until I pulled over here to the lug nut check, and I could see the big screen where he kind of went below the yellow line. So a little bit of a shock for me, but this is awesome. Win both stages, win the race. It means a lot for me and DC Solar, everybody at Chip Ganassi Racing. It's amazing. I've been close, I feel like, every time to win an Xfinity race here at Daytona, so it's nice to finally get it done.
What do you want to say to these fans tonight?
Just thank you guys. This is a heck of a weekend here at Daytona. You guys are in for a treat for tomorrow's race too, so always exciting here in July.
Congrats, buddy.
Thank you.
Kelly?
Rhett standing by with Justin Haley, who made that incredible move there. It looked like you had won this race, and then you get the news that they say you dipped below the yellow line. What's going through your mind?
I don't know. I just wish NASCAR would be a little more, tell us how much of the car we can have under the yellow line. But I don't get this opportunity enough. GMS Racing has been behind me. Spencer Gallagher, Mike Beam, everyone. You know, I don't have a lot of sponsorship, and to come out here and get the opportunity to even compete with these guys is a blissful opportunity. So I'm really grateful that I could even, you know, seeing the replay there. There's room for me to go up, so I don't know why they're calling me like that. But, you know, not how we wanted it to end, but like I said, I'm running trucks full season, and this is just an opportunity to come over here part-time, and I'm extremely blessed to even get the opportunity. So just really thankful. That was Kevin Belcourt, my crew chief's first start. I got to thank the Fraternal Order of Eagles for giving me this opportunity. So amazing to be here at Daytona, even though we didn't win.
Well, he put on a heck of a show, but won't quite work out for Justin Haley this time, Dave.
Kelly Elliott Sadler has watched the replay on the big screen. Elliott, what could you have done on that final lap?
I just didn't know that 24 was coming. Just miscommunication between my spotter and myself. I was just trying to really key on the 42 and win this side drive. Felt like it was Daytona February all over again. So I hate it for my guys. They worked way too hard for me to keep finishing second here at Daytona, and they gave me another fast Armor Chili Chevrolet, and I should have capitalized on it and felt like I was in a good spot there at the end beside Kyle Larson, but just wasn't meant to be.